Let's push this back. Okay, so we've got everything needed that we need for our kit. This is what we're going to be painting. If you order the kit, it comes with this. So right now in our website, we've got a BOGO deal going on. So if you buy a Texas flag kit, you'll get another one for free. Pretty cool. You can do some at home together. If you want to order one, you can ask the second one to be delivered maybe to another family member, or of course, you know, if you pick it up at the studio, you can give it to another family member if you want. This is what you get with your kit. Palette made by us. You get the paint needed. You get everything needed that you need for the workshop to make your little Texas flag. We'll even have picture hangers on the back so you can hang it up if you like once you're done. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna paint the white here, just like we have it here on our flag. So you're gonna get your big brush here, get some white paint. You can dip it in a little bit of water. Wood is very porous, so it's gonna really absorb the paint. So if you dip it in some water and some paint, it'll help the paint kind of glide. So we'll just start here. We're gonna paint the top 2 boards first. Okay. I've also added some tape right here to separate the blue part where we're gonna be putting the star. So I'm only gonna paint from the tape this way. And only the top 2 boards we're gonna paint first in white. So get your white paint and you just kind of go for it. It's best to go with the grain, so you're gonna be going left and right on your flag. Once you get to your tape, you don't wanna like brush over the tape, you wanna go against it. So that way the paint has less of a chance of going under the tape. There we go. If you are looking at like a whitewash kind of finish, then just do like 1 layer. It'll look really cool. Kind of give it that Texan look. So I've got my first board already painted. I'm gonna do my second board. I'm gonna get some water, some paint, and start going at it. Again, go with the grain. If you've got drinks and snacks, that's awesome. You can kind of snack and munch while you're painting, putting this workshop together. There we go. You can put your brush in between the little cracks. That's perfect. So you can cover it all. If you want some of the wood to show, then don't worry about that. All right, so I've got my first 2 layers done, first 2 rows here. If you feel like you want a more covered look, then let it dry. So we're gonna do the red next. And then if you wanna paint this again, you can go back and do it again. So I'm gonna get my red now, rinse out my brush. There we go. Again, this workshop is our BOGO deal. You have until tomorrow night to order. You purchase one, you'll get the second one for free. So perfect workshop to do with family. We've got people that are ordering workshops and they go home and they do this workshop like by FaceTiming with friends and family. So that's really cool. You can all kind of do it together. I'm doing my red now. The red's gonna be on the bottom 2 rows. When you get close to the white part, just take your time. That's really the trick there. It's just kind of going slowly to make sure that you don't overlap on that white there. If you don't trust yourself, use your smaller brush to get in that area. Go slowly. There we go. Add just a little bit of water, kind of help spread it around. Easier for me. I hear Sheba munching on something. Hey. She's in trouble. Okay, I'm almost done with the first red board. Just like that. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to ask us, message us, shoot us a text, whatever. We'll try and help as best as we can, since we are all kind of stuck at home right now. Okay, first layer done. I'm going to do the second layer. Get some red from over here. There we go.
No.
I can be a little more lenient with the second row since I don't have to worry about mixing it up with white. And every now and then I'm just kind of dipping my brush in water just to kind of help that paint get spread around. So just whenever you feel like, you know what, this brush is not running as smooth as I would like it to, just dip it in the water and keep going. That'll kind of help you. Just about done here. Nice. All right, so I've got my white and my red done. Simple. That tape really helps. I don't have to be so careful there in that area, so the tape really helps to keep that kind of contained. So now I'm gonna go ahead and remove that tape slowly. Awesome. So I got a nice clean line going on there. And I can show you. There we go. So now I'm gonna do the blue. Ideally, what you wanna do is either use a blow dryer or wait for this part to dry. Because if you have the time to do that, if this is dry, you can put tape here on this side. So when you do the blue, you don't have to worry about running blue over here on this end. So I would say at this point you can just kind of pause the video or wait a little bit and then go back, touch it. If it's, you know, completely dry, go ahead and put some tape on this side along the line right here, and then you can paint this side blue. I am just gonna try and wing it since I don't have a blow dryer out here, and I'm just gonna go for it. So let me rinse my brush. I think I need more clean water. Do you mind throwing that out?
Yes.
Pretty please. Ooh, pretty pink. Yeah, I made pink with the red and the white. Girls are gonna think it's strawberry milkshake. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on the outside since I don't wanna wait for this part to dry and put tape. So I'm gonna start painting on this end, so by the time I get to this side here, it'll be a little drier and easier to paint. So I'll start on the outside with the blue. And I'll just go all the way down. And take your time. I know I'm going kind of fast. Just kind of want to make it easy for y'all to follow. You can pause at any point, finish up that step, and then come back and join me again, okay? So I'm going through each board. I'm painting on the inside, in between the boards. When you're doing it at home, you want to do the edges as well to give it that kind of finished look. So add some water, help that paint get in there. There we go. And you can do that for all the edge. Thank you. Okay. Going good. Go with the green. Take your time. Add some water to help it go through into the grain. Or if you really want to give it a washed out effect, then you would dip it a lot in water and just a little bit in paint, and then paint on your board. So you'll just get like a really watercolor cool effect on your board if you want to try that. Okay. I'm getting close to the white, so I'm kind of slowing down now. There we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get my smaller brush. Oh, can you pick that up for me, my love? Thank you. I'm gonna try and use my smaller brush, okay, to get that line. So I'll dip it in water to make sure all the bristles are nice and flat. Okay, you wanna get it all together. Dip it in your blue and slowly go along the line. Your white, if it's wet, you're gonna have to kind of just do it floating on top. If your white is dry, then that's perfect because you can put your finger down just like this to balance yourself and then use your paint brush to kind of glide. Okay, so mine's a little bit dry, so I'm just gonna go ahead and slowly lean it on. I don't really mind because it's okay if it kind of smears a little bit. It just kind of gets my hand wet, which I don't mind. I've got paint on myself all day. So slowly make a line, move with your hand, go down. Oh, that breeze felt good. What is she laughing at?
She put on kid gloves, the garden gloves, and they fit her.
Of course they did. Oh my gosh. Of course garden gloves would fit you. All right, so now I'm gonna go to the next board, slowly down along the line. Again, it's best to wait for this part to dry up so you can get a really clean line. Just use tape. You can put that tape on the white. Either wait for it to dry or use a blow dryer to finish that off, and then put tape on there. Okay, so, oh my god. What are you barking at? She barking at your foot? She's barking at my foot? What? What did I do? What happened?
She's very mad at your foot.
I'm sorry, I don't know. Keep going.
She's mad at Mom's feet.
I'm not doing anything.
There's the others too, Julia. Look, there's more.
What did she find? Aw, kid. Those are not your paintbrushes. They're mine.
She went after her.
All right, so I pretty much have the blue part done. There we go. It's coming out okay. Not too messy. A little bit. All right, so at this point, kind of go around, see where you missed some spots. You can paint there. If you want to go use this time to get the edges, you can do that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the edges now. I'm just gonna make sure that the line
Mom.
is how I want it. Hey, baby.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I think I can fill in a little bit more right here, so I'm gonna go for it. There we go. Just touching up time here. Okay. Put my brush in the water and get my other brush. I'm gonna do all my edges now. This part is blue, so I'm painting it blue. There we go. Again, if you haven't heard, if you're just tuning in right now, this workshop is our BOGO sale. So you have until tomorrow night at midnight to place this order on our website for the home studio kit. You'll purchase one, you'll get the other one free. Or if you just purchase more than one, you get 50% off. So if you buy 3, you'll still get that 50% off coupon. Let's see here. I'm gonna do up here. What? Okay. I got the edges of the blue. I'm gonna do the edges of the red and then the white. Probably white first, actually. If you're doing this at home, please send us pictures when you're done. I get so excited when I see people who share with us what they've made. All right, I'm doing my white now on the edges. We're almost done. After this, we just have to add the star. Why are you playing with that bag? Oh my gosh. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the red, last part. Just on the edges to finish that look. Almost done. Please excuse our puppy. She's super active. I don't know what she's barking at. I think she's barking at my feet. See a little bit kind of blood right here. Plastic bag. I was wondering what she was messing around with. Okay. So, put our brushes in the water. We're gonna use this time now to paint our star. So, I'm gonna kind of dry it up here a little bit. Again, if you have a blow dryer at home, feel free to use a blow dryer. If you're outside with the sun out, put it in the sun for a little bit. It'll dry really fast. It's looking pretty good. Super simple workshop. Dry, dry, dry. You want to make sure, just kind of touch it around a little bit. If it's shiny, then it's most likely still wet, so just keep fanning it or put it in the sun or just take a break. Use the blow dryer, whatever you'd like. We need the blue part to be completely dry so we can do the star, which is just like this guy right here. So we still got this part here to do. Dry. There we go. Okay, so why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?
Look at cat.
Oh, cat. I thought you were pointing at all the stuff you put in front of your storage door.
Oh,
I thought that's what you were talking about.
Look at him.
look at Pat.
He's so ridiculous.
So cute.
Why is he even napping there?
Because
Yaps everywhere.
it's a nice spot, Mom.
All right, so it's dry enough for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw my little star. What we're going to do is we're gonna include a little baggie of chalk, so that way you can practice. Your board should be all the way dry, okay, before you do this step, because if it's not, the chalk will kind of blend all in together, and we don't want that to happen. So make sure it's completely dry, because if you mess up, you can just use water to take that chalk off and then go back on again and try again. Sorry, I just noticed a little bit of red here. That wasn't completely covered, so I'm gonna do it. There we go. Then I also see a little bit of blue just right here. There. Okay. All right, so we've got our chalk. However you want to draw a star, I have to do like the whole crisscross thing. If you have to do that, you can do that. If you want to draw it out on a paper, you can do that. However you want to do it. But we're gonna draw a star. Use your chalk. If the chalk, if you don't like the way it comes out, just use a towel and water, wipe it off and draw it on again. But make sure your board is completely dry before you use the chalk, okay? So, okay, go down like this. You're gonna add Mod Podge to your thingy?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Just like that, right? It's just like a clear coat? Or a
Yeah,
coat?
yeah, just make sure your brush is like completely dry. I mean clean.
Yeah, it's
Not dry,
fine.
clean.
Let me see, I'm tracing your face.
Look how we did the dots. The dot method for my remote.
There we go.
I did dots for my remote.
Oh, cool.
Now it looks better.
Looks nice, baby.
I'm gonna do it again. On the other side.
Okay, so doesn't have to be perfect because it's just an outline that you're doing for guidance. So I'm gonna get my white paint and I'm gonna do the outline of my star first, and then I'll do the inside. So we'll just kind of take our time here. Again, make sure your board is completely dry so you're not running the paint. Outline your star first. Follow the chalk outline that you did. You're using your small brush at this point, okay? Use your small brush to paint your star, the outline of your star at least. Take your time.
Like this much.
Yeah. You'll do the whole thing and then just kind of let it dry. Cute. There we go. Just going all around the shape that I made with my chalk. Make this nice Texas star. It's a party car. You're done with yours, baby? Oh, it looks good. Good job. Okay, I'm almost done going all the way around, and then I'm gonna fill it in. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot us a message, text, call. We'll do our best to kind of help you through it, okay? To do the inside, if you want, you can use your bigger brush, or you can continue to use a small brush. And we're just gonna paint the inside. We don't wanna put too much paint because we don't wanna start making lines, so just kind of smooth it out with your brush. We can do as many layers as we want. You should have plenty of paint to do more than one layer. And because that blue is in the bottom, you might see it kind of come through a little bit, so don't worry. Just kind of keep painting. And when you're done, once that layer dries, we can add another layer. Leave her alone, Sheba.
She's gonna keep on biting you. Tell her.
Sheba.
No. No.
We need to bring Sam out here because Sam likes to play. It's her playtime.
She's woke up from a nap. Thank you. I like the texture on my clouds.
I do like the texture on the clouds too.
Fluffy clouds.
Okay, so I've got my first layer done of my star. I need to let it dry before I do a second layer, but it's getting there. Not bad. You rinse it, rinse my brush. We never want to let our brushes just chill with paint on it. We always want to clean it off so that way they don't dry like that. Now I'm gonna dry my star. So you do that too. Dry your star, use a blow dryer. Put it out in the sun, take a break. Oh my gosh, Sheba. Just gonna keep drying it. So after this, you'll do a second layer. I'm just gonna put this to the side for a little bit. I'm gonna show you the finished look. So when you're done, it will look like this. It's got the star finished. At this point, what we're gonna do also is include a little bit of sandpaper in your kit. So if your piece is completely dry, what you can do is give it a rustic look. And the way we do that is we get our sandpaper and we're gonna just run it across the edges of our board, just like that. So we're gonna do it on the top. Emma, I just realized she was in the video. And in between the boards here, in between this board here. So in between every board, you'll kind of just go through it a little bit until you'll get it kind of fading. Not sure if you can see that. So you can start to see the board come through a little bit Do it on the bottom.
Nice.
Do it on the corners. Anywhere, if you can think of anywhere your board will naturally within time come in contact with, you know, wear and tear. So that those are usually like the edges. You know, if you have it like on the floor, it's going to start to get scraped. The edges tend to get more damaged than the actual flat part. So you're going to be sanding more on the edges, on the corners, just like that. Do it however many times you want until you get the look. I really don't know if you all can see that. I'm sorry if you can't, but it looks super awesome. When you're done with the edges and the corners, then you can run just a little bit on the flat part until you start to see some of that board, that natural wood come through. And it's just back and forth. And so you'll eventually start to see the board underneath. Okay, you can see it right there, just in different areas. Now it looks a little bit more rustic. And that's it. So your board, when it's done, should look something like this right here. When you get it, you'll have already a little picture hanger on the back so you can hang it up. If you order them today, we will try and put them together tonight to deliver them to you tomorrow, get them out to you tomorrow. For some reason it looks right like this. It's because it's the way it's recording.
Probably, yeah.
I swear this is the right way, guys. And that's it. This is your Texas flag. Thanks a lot, guys. Emma. Bye, guys.